V'Shalom. Amen. 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 Chazak u'varok. Good morning, everyone. Mincha Arvit this afternoon, Mezlat Hashem, will be at 5:30. Second Arvit at 9 o'clock. If anyone can help Rabbi Domnitz, who's here, he's a friend of ours. He comes here every single year. Anyone that can help him, Baruch V'Geshem, will be greatly appreciated. And he has a child that has special needs, and anyone that can help that, no one should know of the pain and suffering and humiliation of going from city to city to ask for basic needs. Anyone that can help him will be greatly appreciated. Tiskula mitzvot, and we're very honored to have him. Also, we're very honored to have Harav Kaladetsky, who's here as well. And anyone that would like to speak with him, he is known as a very big Talmid Chacham, the son-in-law of Reb Chaim Kanievsky, Zatzal, and his daughter, Reb Chaim's daughter, which is Reb Kaladetsky's wife. She basically grabbed the bull by the horns, and people from literally all over the world, myself included, have gone to her to speak with her, and she's a very amazing person, and obviously to be married to such a person is obviously such a big zechut, and we're very honored to have him here in our presence, praying with us every single day. We'd like to thank Torah Anytime as well as shul.com, as well as Sha'arei Ezra. Today is Chat Bet Tevet, Tavshin Pei Gimel. Today is the yahrzeit of many tzaddikim and tzidkaniyot, most notably that of Reb Hillel ben Rav Tali Hertz, the Ab Beit Din of Hamburg, most notably known as the Beit Hillel and Shulchan Aruch. If you look on the sides of it, he has many glosses on Shulchan Aruch that if a person were to learn that, they would be obviously gain tremendously from that. The halacha is that when it comes to kos mayim, if a person wants to drink a cup of water, the halacha is you don't make a bracha rishona or achrona unless it's litzima'on, unless you're very thirsty and you want to drink that item. Otherwise, it's brought down that mayim, because water intrinsically, the only reason why you're making a bracha is only if you're being ne'neh, you're getting a benefit. What's a benefit from water? The benefit of water is that I'm thirsty, I'm quenching my thirst. So therefore, if a person were, chas v'shalom, to have something stuck in their throat, they wanted to dislodge it, the only way to dislodge it is, let's say, drinking water. So then a person would not make a bracha rishona achrona, because we say that the only reason why you're ingesting water is just to remove the item. It's not because you're thirsty. However, says Yalkut Yosef, if a person were to take any other beverage, such as beer, juices, etc., and a person were to drink that, even if it's not litzima'on, but since the chech is neneh, the person that gets some type of taste in their mouth, that taste warrants making a bracha rishona and even achrona in such a case, because you are actually benefiting from the liquid that you're ingesting at that moment. The halacha is that the Tzor Amar in Parashat Vayechi tells us that when Yaakov meets Yosef, he says Kriyat Shema then. Also he says Kriyat Shema, I believe he means to say this as well, when the Shvatim were Saviv Shulchano, Saviv Limitato, when he's about to die, they're all saying Kriyat Shema. Why is that? It says it's Tzor Amar because when it comes to being Miyached Hashem, you're being mitpashet from all Davar Gashmi. You're taking anything that's physical in this world and completely removing it to be Miyached yourself with Hashem. He says we do that every single day for Shacharit. We say Yichud Hashem Kriyat Shema, preparing ourselves to now launch into the stratosphere to go and say Shema Esrei, like we said before, Kodesh HaKadashim, you're coming in to speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Melech Machei Amlachim. So the only way you could do that properly is being mitbashet, taking away all Gashmi, and now aligning yourself with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He says that's the reason we have such an amazing thing. The Gemara tells us, Kol HaSamech Gula L'Tfilah, Eino Nizok, the Gemara in Berachot tells us. If you have that, why? Because once you have that in your pocket, you know there's nothing else except HaKadosh Baruch Hu, person's able to pray properly. He says it's tremendous tikkun v'shifra zera, anything that person has that is rooting themselves and anchoring themselves down as a gashmi, and you're saying, no, ruchani, I'm completely ruchani, and a person now hopefully will be able to have a fantastic Shemona Esrei, and Hashem will answer a person's tefillah. Just two more ideas with this to conclude. The Rishonim talk about, when it comes to halacha, being mochel. I forgive, let's say, someone owes me something, and I say, you know what, I'm mochel you, I forgive you. So how does the mechanism work of mechila? Do you say the mechanism of mechila works is that it's hakna? You know what? In the laws of you owe me, so you know what? I'm like, sort of, I'm giving makneh over to you. You get it right back. I'm saying mochel to you, like somehow mechila, as I'm giving it as a kinyan. Okay, or do we say, no, it's not that I'm giving you over anything. I'm just saying, salik, I'm removing myself from it. You really owe me, but you know what? I'm not taking it away from you. So he says, many nafkamina, we'll only say one right now, which is there's something called davar shelo be'olam, something that's not here yet in the world. If you say it's a kinyan, I tell you know what? The thing I didn't get yet, it's not even here yet. You know what? You could keep it. There's nothing to give the person. There's no kinyan at all. However, if you say it's a siluk, so I'm removing myself from that. Maybe over there I'm removing myself, so when it happens, whenever it happens, you will get it at that time. That will be a nafkamina if you say it's a hakna or siluk. And the final idea with this will conclude, we know that the Pesach Seder, there are many things that we do that are rooted in minhagim. One of the most famous things that's actually brought down, Minchat Chinuch and Rambam and others, is the Dalit Kosot. A whole discussion, what's Dalit Kosot? And we're making multiple brachot throughout the Seder. So the Dalit Kosot that we say is based on this week's parasha in the beginning, where it says the Dalit Shonot Shel Geula, the 4 expressions of Geula. And they say Kosh Eliyahu is the 5th one. So watch this. The first 3 are in one pasuk. Is all 3 of them are in one pasuk. However, velakachti and veheveti, the 4th one, velakachti and veheveti, which is Kosh Eliyahu, those are in completely separate pasukim. The question is why? Why are those separate? If you say the Odal Lishon Shel Geula, put all 4 together. Okay, we understand why the 5th not. Okay, it's something more. That's the real Lashon Geula. But 3 out of 4. I mean, you couldn't just bump it up one more. Wait, make one pasuk. Do 4 out of 4. Why not 3 out of 4? So maybe one could say, this is my own shot. Maybe one could say is that is Geula. Everyone understands that. Everyone understands there's a concept of Geula, physical and emotional. That you understand. But the Jewish people have one little thing that we're better than all other nations of the world that had when they're taken out of slavery. And that's v'lakachti etchem li la'am. I took you specifically, special more than anyone else, as my nation. How are we taken? Ki lekach tov natati lachem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I took you and I gave you a lekach tov. What is that? The Torah. We have Torah. We have a mission in life. That's an amazing thing. Just the fact that you have a Torah that guides every single moment of your life. How you tie your shoes, which side of the bed you sleep on, how you get up, where you wash your hands, what's about this and what about that. If you want, I'm giving a Mare Makom, but a very funny one. Someone showed this to me, this video. He says, thank God Xmas is not a Jewish holiday, because he says, if it would be, what if it's if it's a plastic tree? You go from right to left, from top to bottom. Can you use an old tree? All right, how do you bring the tree in? As a person, you have to see it. Can you do it at a small size? Is there a shiur that you have for height or width or what? All that, they were like making fun of that, but the idea was that that's a real thing. Halakha is a real thing. It guides every moment of our life, and it's an amazing concept. Is in a totally different category, because a person has to recognize when you learn Torah, you have a mission in life. So everyone should be mechazek and their limud Torah. Hashem should grant all of us that mission that we have, and we should obviously specialize in and continue to grow in avodat Hashem and yirat shamayim.